Hey, what's up, boys? So, we finally, here in Florida, got some rain last night. Uh, Rained quite a bit, and we needed it because we were in pretty bad drought. We were in a no fire, they had a no fire warning, and they had limit the amount of, you know, water you're using. But luckily, last night we got a few hours of rain, so that was nice. But the problem with that is this time of year, whenever you get a rain front, you get a cold front right after it, and it is kind of cold today. Not cold enough to keep us away though, so we're going to train because so why we need to train. What we were doing before with the racket, hold on, let me grab the racket to demonstrate. That's not the right pocket. Hold on. So, we got the new rackets, which are the Wilson blades. And our old racket, the Head Prestige, is a lot heavier than the Wilson blade. So, what we were doing was we're going to try and train with the Prestige. And not only train with the Prestige, but if you can see, I was kind of chipping away at it. I lined the whole racket with lead tape. And then on the other side, I lined the whole racket with lead tape too. So I was out here training with you all with the Prestige with a lot of lead tape around it. So it was about the heaviest racket you could possibly play with without putting like actual, I don't know, fish sinkers on there or something. And now I knew that was probably not going to be a good idea, but I wanted to try it anyway to see if we could work on that conditioning of our forearm to see if we can get more topspin using a lighter racket. Which may have worked, but it worked too well. I went out and played my usual few sets. What's today? Monday. I played that last Thursday. I kind of want to throw it in this video, but I kind of don't. I think I missed, when I played with the blade, I think I missed every one of my serves. I may have gotten a handful of serves in the first set. May have. Ground strokes, I couldn't find the court. I legitimately couldn't start a point. I was either missing all of my serves or missing all of my returns. And if I did get a serve or return in, the point ended the next time the ball came over to me. So, we can officially say now that going forward, if we ever wanted to become a coach or anything like that, we know with 100% certainty that the changing of rackets with weight is a definite no-no, at least when you're in season. When you're in off-season, yes, that's probably the best time to change rackets and to change weights of your racket. But if you have any kind of competition and you're going to change rackets, change weight, put lead tape on, I would highly recommend not doing it until you have enough time to train with that new weight and get the speed of that weight. So now we know for sure that coming out here and training with more weight on our racket is going to be detrimental to us. So with that PSA out of the way, I thought I'd say it first because I'm probably going to put a thumbnail on the video saying like I was wrong or some shit like that, but I was. But that's what we're going to do today. Is we're only training right hand this whole week because I was wrong. It wasn't last weekend the tournament. It was this following weekend the tournament is that I'm playing doubles. So luckily, we have a whole week of training right-handed with our new rackets, and we can dial in the speed or the weight of the racket in our hand, because it felt good while I was playing, but I couldn't get anything in. I felt bad, not for myself. I felt bad for my hitting partner because he's wasting his time out there. So I eventually changed back to the Prestige, and we ended up going to a third set tiebreaker. Luckily, I squeezed out the second set. When we started the second set and I changed my rackets, I legitimately was saying in my head, I have to win this set because I want to get a workout in. I want to actually play a match. And I want my partner to feel like he didn't waste his time and court fees coming out to, play against someone that bad. So with all that out of the way, today we're only working on serves. We're going to spend all of our time on serves. Tomorrow we'll take the ball machine out, and then we'll work on kind of like returns in a way, but mostly just ground strokes tomorrow. And Wednesday I'm playing again with my hitting partner, and hopefully, wrong shoes. Hopefully we will be a little bit more dialed in and we can actually get some good training. And to anybody wondering that's new here, that why I have so many damn shoes is I always come out with my newer shoes so I don't stink these up. I just have these with me so I don't play with them. I don't want to stink them up, like I should say. And then I have my clay court shoes, and then I have my hard court shoes. So I can come out here on hard courts, beat these hard court shoes up, which are just my previously used clay court shoes, if that makes any sense, and not waste the tread on the bottom of these clay court ones, because if I were to use clay court shoes on a hard court, well, I wouldn't have any tread left for when I play on clay because I am super fat. No, but I'm like 200 and probably 215, 220, just shy of 6'3", so I can go through some shoes. But that aside, we need to get started because we need to get a lot of practice in. I hope not. I hope this goes, I dial in pretty quickly, but rather be safe than sorry. All right, let's I'm going to just warm up by hitting serves, so let's just get out there. Not exactly too happy with how cold it is today, but I mean, it at least came with rain, which is nice, but dang. I'm wondering if I should serve in the doubles position or the singles position. I think we're just gonna do singles position today. Now my singles position is a little bit more out wide than I would assume a lot of people, not assume, but what I've seen throughout the years of people playing singles. I'm a little more out wide because I like stretching people out. I feel like if I start to center, I don't have that extra, I don't know. You know what's weird? I demoed the blade before and just went out there and started playing with it, and I was fine the last time. So I was wondering if maybe I strung these rackets wrong, like I messed up and they were too loose. But they feel fine. I don't know what it was the other day. But, oh well, I mean, The rackets are going to the racket graveyard. The prestiges, that is. So it's gonna be these from now on. So just gotta train. But it wasn't like I was missing very far. It wasn't like I was hitting the fence. They were all out, but like maybe anywhere between half a foot to a foot. It's unfortunate though, we're not going to be able to really get any lefty work in this week, but you know, we'll make it up next week. For anybody asking, the strings are Babolat RPM Control, 17 gauge, and then that's in the mains, and then the crosses are Wilson Synthetic Gut 18 gauge. I like a hybrid style of string because I'm running out of breath. Hold on, sorry. Gotta remember to breathe. I used to run full poly back in the day, back when I played in college and string was free. We used to have Luxilon, which was nice. And I would run full poly. Problem with that is that poly after a set gets very mushy. Like it just feels mushy, and you start losing a lot of control. So that's why I throw in some synthetic. I'm not the best knowledge of strings, but I throw in synthetic to help keep that mushiness away and the strings last a bit longer. And I throw 18 gauge in. I've started just now throwing 18 gauge in for the crosses, just to help keep it's a little bit more help the strings last a little bit longer, which, who knows, that might be the reason why I couldn't make anything. Maybe I shouldn't be doing 17 and 18 gauge. So, we'll see. I mean, that sort of looked good. Still warming up a little bit. Shoulder's still not there. Legs aren't there yet. It's cold. I swear we're gonna dial in the accuracy, just not on the first basket. Got my pre-workout, and here comes the drizzle, the sprinkling. I don't think it's going to rain. I think it's just going to mist. But if I feel those large drops, I'm going to pack up real quick. But I checked the weather. I don't think it's going to rain. I think it was like 8% chance. Didn't like that. Today is all about reps. The only thing I want to think about is getting my arm, my mind and muscle connection like one with this racket now. Toss was not good. I wouldn't be surprised if my shoulder gets a little, and arm gets a little funky from now going from such a heavy racket with so much lead tape on it to now a much lighter racket. So a little worried about my shoulder as well too. It's like you would think of it like a pitcher going from throwing a baseball to like throwing a wiffle ball. That kind of like empty feeling. So we'll see. I'll let you know. The whole squad of pickleball players are over there right now. you know, I train every now and then with a buddy, a coach of mine, not a coach of mine, but a buddy of mine who's a coach who trains some juniors. I train with those juniors every now and then. And, sorry, lost my breath again. I see a lot of those juniors, they will not hit the serve unless their toss is perfect. So you'll see them sitting there, throwing that toss up over and over again and not hitting it. You're wasting time. You're just wasting time. You have to get one. You could have hit 3 or 4 serves in that amount of time, and we could have gotten more done. But 2, most importantly, is you're not always going to have the perfect toss. There's going to be a lot of times where you're playing and it's going to be windy and like your toss is just going everywhere. Ideally, yes, you want that toss to go in the same spot every single time. But again, you're not going to have that all the time. So you need to get used to hitting that toss in spontaneous situations. Yes, over time, your toss will get good and you'll be putting it there every time. But that's not the case at the moment. So you're going to have to get used to being in a very pressure situation and hitting not the best toss that you've thrown up, because stopping that whole cadence on a big point is not easy. So getting the confidence of still being able to hit a decent serve when the toss is not ideal, and like being able to calm that panic button when you do throw not the best toss during a big point. So when it happens, it's not as big of a deal. So don't just sit there and keep throwing the toss up waiting for that perfect toss. Do that at home. Grab a tennis ball and just sit in your living room and toss it up the whole time and work on that toss. But if we're out here, get the fucking hitting the ball, man. Get the amount of time we're taking to hit one serve. I've hit 8. Now, again, you do want to look for that, not perfection of a serve, but like if you're hitting 8 like over and over and over again, yeah, you're not really concentrating on your serve, but you get the idea of where I'm coming from. Speaking of that, let's get back to hitting serves. So like the second school I played for in college, it was right on the coast, so we were close to a beach. So every day at practice and every match, it was a windy day. So I got really good at being able to like hit in the wind. And when you throw your toss up, I hope this camera doesn't fall because of the wind, right on cue. I just got really good at that, calming that panic in your head of where is the toss going to go? Where is this next ball going to go? Anyways, I'm rambling on today. Let's hit a couple flat. Sorry if I'm sniffling in a lot of these videos. I'm still getting over a cold. I just have the residuals. I hate it when people are talking, they're constantly, and you hear that wetness. It's like, go blow your nose. And it's the exact same thing I'm doing right now. Those feel good. Problem is, how do I perform in a match when there's pressure? Some out wide. Not out wide. It feels so weird hitting out wide right now. It's almost like I don't quite know how to do it. Yeah, the shoulder is taking a bit of damage right now. It's not used to a lighter racket. Come on. So, we're gonna get these up, and we're gonna do the ad side. So, see you in a minute. I do have to be mindful of the camera too in this wind, because if the camera tipped over with this tripod that I have right now, it would be devastating for the camera. So, yeah, I gotta watch that you guys don't go flipping over. Now I'm gonna take all the leg work away. I'm gonna take everything away, and I'm just gonna hit nice, easy, breezy kick serves out wide. Just trying to get as much action behind the ball as I can. Pretty much trying to start at square one and work our way up. Just to find our range. Oh boy, that one got away from me. We can put more spin on it than that. Let's go put our target over there. That's better. Yeah, that toss was bad. See how dead all these balls are? They don't even bounce. I got these from the local tennis complex. The coaches I knew were throwing a bunch of old ones away, so I grabbed them and using them for the ball machine and serves. There's some good ones mixed in. Nailed it. Not nailed it. I am 100% accurate at framing the bottom of this, shanking the bottom of this frame. Nailed it again. That was close. Oh, my knee is not wanting to cooperate today. Got that pinching pain again. Just had to stretch it out a bit, because if I don't these days, it hurts like a It's that pinching pain. That's why you're not really seeing me bend my left leg too often. It's because I'm still rehabbing it to get that pain gone. We're gonna get there.
Thank you. Hey, I'll set you up 100 grand.
Feels a little better now. still hesitant. I'm still, whenever I load up on that left leg, I'm still like anxiously waiting for that sharp pain to just go. Oh. That's what's kind of keeping me lagging behind a little bit. Now again, we're not trying to be a pro or anything. We're just trying to get back into the swing of things with tennis and learn how to hit left-handed. But for now, it's right-handed. Until we get our act together. Oh man, if there was a prize for hitting the frame every time, I would dominate. Trying to get that ball as far that way as I can. I don't care how slow it's going, I just want height over the net, dipping down, and just kicking as far away as possible. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, if your practices don't look messy, you're not practicing. Because damn, does this look bad. Hey, it went in. All right, let's get these up. Getting our basket in. All right, we are going to continue another basket on this ad side because I want to hammer this side down a little bit. Do a couple for funsies. Ooh. We will get back to lefty next week. Nailed it. You know what I don't think people talk about enough with toss? Like, one, yeah, you want to throw your toss up high enough to give you enough time to go through your whole cadence to rip up at the ball. But nobody talks about throwing the toss up high enough to where when it comes back down, it reaches a faster terminal velocity, which then allows you to get more oomph behind that ball because that ball is coming down a lot faster, heavier. And it really just helps you to be able to have more time, like that split second more time on your racket to be able to get more topspin. I don't know if that makes any sense. Probably sound really stupid to some smart people right now, but it sounds good in my head. Ooh, that's awesome. You know, if you just have a monster kick serve for a first serve, and you're just getting your shots in to 75 to 80% of the time in that first serve, that can take you pretty damn far in your tennis career. Just having a monster kick serve that goes in a large percentage of the time, you'll find yourself winning a lot more than just like drilling serves. Drilling serves, I mean like trying to hit the out of the ball, not like doing drills. Racket preparation. Because you get caught up in serving hard because, you know, the people watching are always like, ooh, big serve, oh, clap for that, big ace. And you just get the admiration of like everybody watching. So you fall into that habit of like, oh, I gotta hit a bigger serve, I gotta hit a bigger serve, I gotta put on for the audience. And I forget, I think it was a motivational speaker or somebody said a while ago, Eric Thompson or somebody like that said like, or some coach was talking to a football team and was like, you know, go out there and win the game. Don't put on a show for the audience. Win the game, man. So forget about the audience. Forget about what they want. Do what you need to do out there. And if that looks like playing really boring tennis, well then that's what we're going to do. We're going to play really boring tennis. Because at the end of the day, never mind, that was going to sound really stupid. Scratch that. I feel better now that I'm throwing my toss up higher. I need to get back to my old ways. Yeah, that knee. There's one, I'm not superstitious much, but if there's one superstition that I know that I can't stand when I'm serving, like we were talking about the toss, be able to hit wherever, you know, you throw a bad toss. But if I go through my cadence and on the backswing, if this racket hits this knee, for some reason, everything in my head screams, you're jinxed. Like, you're not making the serve. As soon as this racket brushes this knee ever, if it ever touches it, it's like immediate, I'm missing the serve. That's how, like, that's my only little superstition. Oh, typical. We again forgot the lights and they turned off. So we got a little footwork in. Hold on. All right, that was a bit of a time waster. But, well, not really. Because, I mean, we got a little bit of footwork in and conditioning. I need my racket. Oh, but I think we just have enough juice left in us for one more basket. Let's try to get through this basket. I ended up just picking up the rest of that basket we were on. We only had about like a third left, maybe. So let's get through this and do some quality serves. That rest probably did us well anyway. Usually hit better after, take a 5 or 10 minute break. Apparently not. What I'm looking for is trying that feeling of keeping that ball on my racket, on my strings, as long as possible. I want to feel like that ball is rolling on my strings for eternity. It's the only way to get good topspin. Alright, starting to click a little bit now. Starting to click. Didn't like that last one. Yeah. It's clicking though, it's clicking. Oh, top of the frame. Oh yeah, that felt good. That felt like I was back in my prime again. And see, these aren't, for all intents and purposes, these are not any kind of serves that are going to get big wow factors. I mean, I'm not hitting bombs over here, but if you can tell, I am pushing you off that court. I mean, you're in the doubles alleys, if not, getting out of there if you're not catching this early. So, like, if I can do that on my first serve every time, the rest of the court is my oyster. I can do whatever I want. You're just going to be pushing, probably slicing that back, hitting a floater to me. You ought to be slicing that back, because if you hit a regular backhand back to me, I mean, I'm just going to control push that back to the other side of the court. Slice would be a little bit harder to have to deal with, and it would give you more time to get back into the court. And not only that, not only are you off the court hitting, but you're not exactly able to stand on that baseline either. You're going to be hitting from back here, hopefully. And the combination of being so far back and off the court, I mean, there's no better place for me to put you. Yeah, let's finish this basket. Hold on. Way off the mark. There it is. That's better.
I didn't put my hands up.
Oh, if I can hit that every time in the match. All right, last three. We gotta make this one good. I'll take it. All right, it's about that time. We are running low on court time, so let's pick these up. Alrighty, it is 7:44. The park closes at 8. Done a little early, but I feel like did we get the greatest conditioning and hitting in today? No, I don't think so. But what I did get today was that feeling on the serve again, like how I used to hit in college, let's say. That nice kick out wide, consistent. I got that feeling back in my arm again. And I know now what to look for. I thought I knew what to look for prior to today. But now, I am now adjusted to what I need to do and what I need to get back into. And what I want to start feeling is not the intensity of hitting a big serve. I want to feel that ball really caressing those strings. I want to feel like that when that ball comes down, the weight of that ball is hitting the strings, and I am keeping that ball on the strings for as long as possible, getting that really big arch over the net, deep into this This conversation is getting very graphic. Deep into the box and kicking up and out as much as possible. I don't care about speed anymore. I need to get that like out of my head. So I feel like we made excuse me for my nose. I feel like we've had a little bit of breakthrough mentally, and once we get that serve to where we are in the 75 to 80% range of getting our first serve in, that is going to really take the pressure off of our ground game, our ground stroke game. And we're gonna, I think, play a lot better of a lot better of a ground stroke game. I think our ground stroke game will feel relief that we are consistently getting our first serves in, and we can actually play a point with no pressure. The opponent isn't attacking our second serve, and we can go into the opponent's service game more relaxed, more, all right, we got this. Because if we don't break them here, we have a pretty high percentage of holding our serve. So that's really what we're looking for. Other than that, I am done for the day. I'm gonna go to the gym. We have shoulders today, so that is rear delts, medial delts, and front delts, and maybe sneak a little bicep in. But other than that, that's about it for me. Until tomorrow. Peace.